Hello and welcome to Vambrace Code So. What is our next task, I wonder? Let's take a look, shall we? That's what we have the codex for. It's basically a book that tells us what we need to do. We need to give the Oxai to Maro or to Gerard. I mean, we can give it to Gerard, but I've decided to give it to the living. Welcome back. I see you survived your trip to the surface. How was it? Code. Made some friends, made a few enemies while I was at it too. Zaquart has placed a great deal of trust in you. In fact, it seems your talk to the town. What do you mean? The people of Delrect haven't had much in belief in for a long time. News of your successful trip to the Ghost Bazaar is bringing them hope once again. Why is her head so big compared to mine? Just looks a bit weird. News has already spread that Isabel escaped. I also heard you risk your own life to track her down for us. I wanted to show my appreciation for your hard work. I fixed your bed and table. It's not much, but maybe you'll be able to rest easier. Thanks? You didn't have to, really. I'll deliver any bracelets to your room. If you don't mind, I may also spruce up your place from time to time. I appreciate it, but seriously, you don't need to trouble yourself. Making that old storage room feels like home is the last I can do. I still have my pride as a hostess to consider. Anyway, if you ever want to chat, feel free to visit the bar. Now go and get some rest. I forgot, what button was I supposed to press to talk to you? Right. One shot, one kill. You can trust my aim, Chief. Oh yeah, I do. You're basically my favorite companion thus far. I mean, the dwarf was coming close, but you're a little bit more useful in my opinion. Let's go to the blacksmith and see if we can craft anything of use. Is that the library? No, that's the merchant's quarters. This is where we need to give that thing to that merchant. The fox here market. Okay, can't go through here. Have you seen my cat, Nabby? Where the heck could she have gone off to? There is a cat all the way down here. And its owner is a fox, so that's hilarious. Maybe it's called breakfast in some languages. Lyric, as I live and breathe, I am so happy to see you've returned. I do hope you come bearing a certain gift. I made it to the Ghost Bazaar and met Manduk. Did you find the Oxai? Sure. Yes, Manduk sends it to you with her blessing. I have not laid eyes on this in some time. I thought it had surely been lost in the frozen wastes above. With this seal, I now carry the Nord Venture Company's official standard in Duckheim. You have done a great service to us all. Your generosity will never be forgotten. I will inform all the Foxier merchant to give you a VIP treatment. Furthermore, I'll have a disencrafted toy in your likeness. The children will really love that. Well, if you're happy, I'll be happy as well. Okay. I must get back to work. There is much I must attend to. We shall speak again soon. That's cool. I'm gonna go to the dwarves. We need to forge some stuff. My favorite human. Machinery, maximum health minus combat. Okay, I don't want to lose combat. It seems like a stupid idea. What do you have? A poster. I saw a poster with your face on it. I'd recognize those eyes everywhere. Well, nice of you to notice. Tell me about the dream. It's a bit hazy. I was in the strange land called Kariza. I was trapped in a dark building with a stranger and the murderous psychopath. So I was there with you. No, you were not part of it. I was with a boy who couldn't scamper more than a few feet without running out of breath. Weak and slow. I was alone when I saw a poster bearing your likeness. You're not making much sense, honestly. Maybe you've mistaken me for someone who, from your past. Odd eyes and dirty blonde hair. Dirty? How dare you? No way, I had the same dream before you even arrived. Now that I've had it again, I remember everything. How strange it was. Maybe it's premonition of sorts. If you remember some details later, let me know. Alright, anyway, what may I help you with today? Dealing with Gerard. I met a great merchant on the surface named Gerard. I'll probably have to do business with him, so I was hoping you can give me some tips. Sometimes I get the feeling that he has more goods than he's offering up for sale. The spooks are a fractal lot. He may offer more if you let someone charming do the talking. Ah. How does one earn helium? Unless you have bounty, scavenging is the best way to earn helium here. You can make a small fortune with your goods as it's very market. I found a lot of useful goods on the surface, but I couldn't haul everything back. The safety of your team should come first. If they are overburdened with scavenged goods, their effectiveness on the field will be compromised. You'll still need to be smart. Learn to juggle the items to keep up their weight and value. Balance what you need for the expedition and what you can safely carry for profit. Okay, let's take a look at your wares. Okay. I did want to create an armor, didn't I? Let's take a look, shall we? Combat and max health. -1 awareness. I'm sure I'm gonna craft something cool. Okay. So where is the blacksmith? I've forgotten. There you are, I think this is it. Yep. Trickster's Bout. We already have this. Diving Rod. An enchanted sensor of the rod reveals hidden treats in the snowfield. Gives you 1 to awareness, 7 to max health. Do we have this? No. Oh, damn it. Okay, we have the Trickster's Bout. I need to make one of these. I'll need some ectoplasm. Yes, ectoplasm and the Downing Rod. There is this perfume. And what do you do? Gives you 1 Overwatch and 7 max health. Okay, I want to make one of these for my fox. And this one. So what do we need? We need 2 splints and 1 fire kit. Two splints and 1 fire kit. Okay, 2 of you.
Aha.
Cheap perfume. I mean, we might be able to use those. That's fine. I'll have to go here and see if this is a quest of sorts. Okay. There you go. Okay, those perks, I have no idea how to use them. Well, honestly, that's fine. Let's see, inventory. We're gonna equip you. On her. And you on her. So, how's my awareness currently? Okay. I said that's good enough. Now I have to rest again because we switched some items, and that means we no longer have full health. And also there is this thing I want to check. Okay, a new piece of clothing, I guess. You look absolutely bloody ridiculous with that. A traditional foxhair grab, made from fine colorful silks. Yes, just rest, no worries, we'll be fine. Okay then. Do I have to speak with every single one of you until I find someone who has a quest for me? The adventurous returns. Have time for a chat? With you? No. Sure, what do you want? I haven't introduced myself yet. Charlotte Lorelei. Okay, Charlotte, what do you want? You see that spark in my eye? I have just procured a valuable information concerning the whereabouts of a legendary draw treasure. Ever heard of the Trantini? The Trantini, what's this about? Truth is, I don't have much info to go on. The draw won't talk about it, but I overheard a rumor from Narea at the market. They call it the Snare of the Naziri, and it's only bestowed on the most powerful female of their tribe. Sounds like a powerful relic indeed. What do you have in mind? It stands to reason that such a relic should be in the possession of its rightful owner, namely the most powerful woman in Delric. Oh, you're gonna give me that thing then? You want to steal it from the Naziri. Are you aware that they are master assassins you're dealing with? Well, the idea had occurred to me. If you were to incline to help a sister out, I can make sure that you're suitably rewarded for the trouble. If you want it so badly, why don't you go get it yourself? You don't need to steal it just yet. I just want more information. I've been persona non grata with the draw ever since I mentioned it. Maybe you can talk to them. What did Narea have to say about this? Even she is getting suspicious. I didn't tell her everything. I know if she knew that Areni's true value, her sneaky henchman, Marman, would be on it, like white on rice. Okay, well, it's simply an intriguing proposition. I'll keep this on the draw low and see what I dig up. Ooh, someone has a quest here. Lyric, my favorite customer. Thanks to your effort, business is booming. Hope has returned to the people of Delric. Should I mention the treasure? Sure. Now, what can you tell me about the Tantini? The Tantini? Never heard of it. What are you talking about? Never mind, it's nothing really. Doesn't seem very important to you. Okay, there's one more guy I can speak with. No, it's not here. Where is that big fox? Ah, there he is. He has nothing to say to me. It's fun because he actually has a tattoo, but it's disguised as a sticker on his shoulder. Intriguing. Can we speak with the dwarves? Not the dwarves, the draw. Oh, you can't go through here. Okay, nothing of interest here. It seems like we have two quests. Is this the library? Yes. You have much on your mind, Prince Gunnar. I will send for you when I have learned more from these ancient tomes. Thank you, Bloodsar. I shall make my leave now. A face I have never gazed upon. You must be Adani, they say. Destroyed the frost fence. The Adani, they say, destroyed the frost fence. Who's they? Please visit Argram Manor before you leave again. I would like a word with you. Man, that's gonna be fun. Someone wanting me to do something because they are too lazy to do it themselves? Perish the thought!
Hello.
Excuse me, sir. Zachward sent me to speak with you. And why does he send a girl to disturb my studies at the ungodly hour? I heard you know... Wait, can you tell what time it is? Never mind. I heard you know how to navigate the ascending room to the residential area district. Second, he says you might know what to do with this. What did you find this? Let me see. Intriguing. This page is written in Arconic script. Do you have the original tome to which the page belongs to? A little. It's part of this book. My father, the late Dr. Nicolau Lyric, left it for me in Edena. Everything is written in script. I can read some passages, but this one is illegible. Now, I do not expect you to have the knowledge to read this, may I? This tome is the Codex Illuminius. What a stupid name. Those familiar with the script could record sensitive information without fear of being compromised should it fall into the wrong hands. The fascinating thing about Arconic script is that it's completely indecipherable. It only reveals itself as a legit print to those who are meant to understand it. I'm not surprised that it belonged to this esteemed Dr. Lyric. He was, after all, an expert on Arconics and their ways. You can read some of the passages, you say. With time, the rest of the pages may reveal their secrets to you. This page looks to be written in his hand. Let me draw your attention to the front of the codex. This page fits here, and the most peculiar thing is, I can read the writing on the page you brought me. If what you say is true, then your father not only intended for you to find this, he wanted you to bring it to me. But for what purpose? Well, isn't that a huge coincidence? What secret could be worth protecting this much? He taught me in death, with scavenger hunt. The Archons work in mysterious way. You're even wearing one of their relics. This is no coincidence, my dear girl. My father's note said that the Vambrace was the only way to enter Isendir. Who amongst us truly understand the old ones? Perhaps someone or something has been guiding you here from the moment you put it on. At any rate, I have deciphered your page. It is back in the codex, where it belongs. If you require my assistance again, I shall be here doing what old tome masters do best. Sleeping. Thank you, sir. Please call me Balthazar. I'm not gonna do that. In the meantime, I'll ensure the ascending room is ready to take you to your next destination. Go with the old mother. Use Vambrace icon? Yeah, right. Snake Charmer. Awareness. Nido. Overwatch. That's cool. Capacity plus 20. I honestly don't think I'm ever gonna use that. Health plus 4. Vigor plus 2. Wardog combat. Slaith. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to worry about it later. I was thinking about Wardog, maybe. Doing more damage to the enemy is always nice. I am kinda curious, which one was the one that allows you to fight faster? Wow, this is terrible. I mean, instead of tutorials, you could have said what it is. Okay. Indicate slate presents the character's ability to scavenge. To negotiate with merchants, maybe. The individual's ability to spot trap. Okay. Then indicates Overwatch and presents the character's ability to care for the party while camping. Thank you for the high slide. Okay. I'm sure I read it somewhere. A Shadowmancer and Fencer can use Raid to review the scout streets in your current neighborhood, thus revealing what you can expect to encounter there. A higher awareness gives a character an advantage in initiative. That's what I was looking for, thank you. So, let's go with the safest option, I say. Go with combat. +1. Only +1. Awareness +2, but we actually have an armor that negates my awareness. Oh, you can only upgrade it twice. I see. Can I take it back? Nope, okay. I shall do more damage with my army. I was looking for a page of a Codex of the Dwarves. I am missing that. I'm here at Prince Gunnar's request. Ah, you must be a lyric. Please proceed. His Highness awaits. Found a new page of a Codex, did I? The Crown Loyalist. The civil war in Isemere family divided its citizens into opposing factions of the Crown Loyalist and the Crimson Reign. The Loyalists now seek a return to the Isemere's former greatness by re-establishing the firm rule law based on dwarven hegemony throughout the authority of King Argrim. While this has been the normal state of affairs for centuries, King Argrim is now missing and his fate is unknown. As such, authority now falls on his son Prince Gunnar, and Hakon leader of the Dwarven Guards. Hello. The dwarves. They are natural-born tricksters and engineers blessed with an abundance of natural resourcefulness and conduct their experiments. Dukim, rich in valuable minerals and ore, has granted the dwarves unmitigated access to rare materials that do not exist abroad. Their aptitude for building new things makes them peerless craftsmen. Oi, reading hard it is. I had my doubts you would come. Evelyn Lyric. Great portrait up there, by the way. It looks exactly like you, except the nose is exactly like yours. I actually think the muscles on the portraits are a little bit less exaggerated than in real life, but what do I know? Anyway, I had my doubts he would come, Evelyn Lyric. After all, trust and goodwill is short supply between our peoples. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Welcome to Argrim Manor, bastion of the crown lawless and home of what remains of an Icenir dwarves. It is an honor to be here, your highness. Please drop the formalities, you may call me Gunner. I'm sure you're wondering why I have summoned you here. Not really, I was just passing by and collecting codex pages. I heard rumor you knocked down the frost fence with your bare hands until recently. We have all been living in derelict like cornered rats. Now, thanks to you, what may change? When I saw you at the Eldrick Library, I realized I was in the presence of someone fated for great things. Oh, please. Keep exaggerating my accomplishments. Prince Gunner, you may be overestimating my abilities. You hardly know me. I have called you here, Lyric, because I seek your help in a matter that may change the future of Icenir forever. And what would you have me do? I would enlist your peculiar talents in finding the true leader of Icenir, King Argrer. Many are calling for me to take up his mantle. They believe he has departed with mortal coil. Nonetheless, it would lift a heavy burden from my heart to finally know my father's fate. I understand the gravity of such a request. If you wish to help us, please speak with Hakon to learn more. He has led every expedition to find the king thus far. No codex pages here. What do you need, human? We're busy. If you need assistance from my warriors, why don't you check the recruiting board? I'm sorry, who is the dwarf I'm supposed to speak with? And speaking of which, I'm gonna see if there are any new people to recruit to the board. Maybe I'll find someone I like. Definitely I'm going to switch to Drow if that's the case, but to whom I do not know yet. Okay, let's take a look. Humphrey, what a funny name. Indra, a blood mage. Sophia, a fencer. Minajin, a Stainer Fusilier. Avoids traps. I mean, I think he's the same guy as I'm having right now, except he's wearing a helmet, so we don't have to see his face. And his nose isn't as big. I'm keeping my friend. Great damage, buffs comrades. Ooh. I mean, we don't have anyone who buffs my people. You know what? If I need any help, I'm gonna seek it out. For now, I think I'll be fine. Is there any other place I need to visit? Doesn't seem like it, so let's move out. Oh, do we have anything new about the codex? I can't enter it here. The Great Reckoning. The unfettered cosmos is in flux. The home of Ethereal Flame is besieged by a war and calamities of the unnatural character. The followers' second children contend against the Eldrick wisdom, which they understand little. Despite their gifts, they are woefully outmatched, and the survival of their kind is not guaranteed. Should they survive the Great Disturbance, a period of peace will find. Peace and complacency will follow. Complacency. Hilda, you vile wench. Your people were responsible for this, aren't they? Did they really think we would sabotage the ascending room? Hakon, the last thing we want is to be trapped down here with you. You'd do anything to interfere with our expeditions to find King Argrim. Remember, your people were allowed to remain here due to our good grace. Do not push your luck. We do not answer to the dwarves. If the guardians weren't here, we'd be running this cesspit. The sooner you learn your place, the better. Thanks to the Crimson Rain, there won't be anything left to rule. We'll take our leave now. This place reeks of drifters. I'm looking to take a ride in the ascending room. Are you blind, girl? It's under maintenance, no thanks to the drifters. And who do they go when this thing breaks down? Me, of course. Because of your ears. They just seem to be so weird. So when will it be ready? Get some sleep and come back in a few hours. It should be done then. I've already slept so long that I don't actually know what to do. I wonder if something strange is gonna happen when I sleep. I mean, this seems so seamless, the passage of time, how it transitions from we can go there to we can't go there yet, so maybe we should get some sleep and nothing bad's gonna happen during that time. You know, if this was a true RPG, I was gonna be very impressed, but unfortunately it's not. Okay, leave that here, and leave that here as well. Oh yeah, that looks natural. Always follow the darkness. It will lead you to your rightful place. That the dream again. Okay, it looked somewhat creepy. If you dream about it again and again, you should be used to it. It's nothing special, just a corridor you walk on.
Oi.
What again? Looks like you're making quite a splash in Dalek. What do you mean? While you were taking a nap, a visitor came asking for you. Nice to know that the locals are immune to my charm. What was it about? For whatever reason, Hilda has you in her sight. She sent one of her men here, with an invitation for you to meet her. You can find her with the drifters in the Stains southeast of here. Be careful down there. Maybe I'll see what they want. My time is tight though. I mean, you have people, you don't have to go alone, whatever they say. Okay. You must be Evelyn Lyric. Thank you for coming at such a short notice, of Prince Gunnar's bidding. I'm not sure if you remember, but we bumped into each other at the Ascending Home. You were there, eh? This whole mess concerning the Ascending Room is obviously Hilda's doing, as if that rabble-rouser hasn't caused enough grief for us. Do you really believe she's responsible for the sabotage? Who else? I was scheduled to lead a search party to the surface to find King Argrim. Everyone knows the last thing she wants is his return. It doesn't matter. Vosing will have the Ascending Room operational in short order. It'll take more than a few Crimson Rain vanguards to compromise our ancient tech. So why did you go for me? I heard you just got back from the surface. We would benefit from having a couple of scouts up there for your search efforts. In short, Prince Gunnar would like to enlist your help in finding King Argrim. I know nothing of his whereabouts. I'm not sure I can help, especially if the trail is cold. We have not lost hope that King Argrim still lives. I've heard rumor from some reliable spooks that he may be somewhere in the residential district. That's a tall order. In any case, I'll be heading there next. Let's see what I find. If you find him, you would be doing the realm a great favor. I hope to count you as a steadfast ally in these trying times. Good luck on your journey. I mean, okay, I guess I did receive an invitation from you. Am I missing anything else? Ah, I guess the drifters are supposed to be there. Is there a map? Yep. And it is terrible. Okay. I mean, it's beautiful, it's just a little bit overwhelming when you do it again and again. More than twice is more than enough, if you ask me. Hilda would like to speak with you. Please proceed. Oh, nice. Let's see. The Crimson Reign. The Crimson Reign, a militant group of political dissidents within Isenir. They seek to overthrow the crown's authority, which has reigned over the city-state for centuries. These revolutionaries, mostly composed of drifters, claim to have been motivated to action due to their oppressive treatment from the ruling dwarves. They, furthermore, believe that the walls of Isenir are unequal, thus contributing to the people's destination. Their leader, Hilda Severson, carried on her brother's mantle after he was slain. Wait, son, really? The name is Hilda. I'm leader of the Crimson Reign. I've been expecting you, Lyric. Helga said you wanted audience with me. That is right. I heard we had a new arrival in Delric, then I saw you at the Ascending Room, and heard word of your recent exploits. I am impressed. I've learned that news spread fast around here, so why did you call for me? Short to the point, I like that. You may have heard about our revolt in Isenir, but you have not heard of the full story behind it. It's not secret that the dwarves have never mingled well with other races. Isenir was supposed to be the exception of their rule. For generations our people were welcomed here with the promise of beginning a new life. As decades passed, however, tensions grew against their oppressive rule. They crushed dissident without mercy. People began to disappear. Public examples were made of those who spoke out. We endured these conditions until it was unendurable. We heard rumors that they had not only treated our Andani prisoners inhumanely, but they had even gone so far as to conduct the malicious experiments on some of them. When I received word that my beloved brother Bronn had been tortured, we voted as a united front. Unfortunately, I did not have time to produce evidence of these crimes before Isenir fell to the Green Flame. I am an outlander. I have no business meddling in either of your affairs. But that is the very reason why I wish to enlist your help. This is a delicate matter, and you have no hidden agenda in our quarrel. If you were to bring forth the evidence I speak of, it would make all the difference. I will not convince you to take a side in this. You will understand soon enough. If you change your mind, start with the most obvious place, Isenir Penitentiary. What you find there may change the whole history remembered my people. So, what do you say? Mention her quarrel with Hakon at the Ascending Room. I hope the Crimson Rain had nothing to do with the Ascending Room's malfunction. If not, I may consider helping you find this evidence you seek. We have nothing to gain from doing such a thing. Of course, it's easy for them to cast the blame on us. They believe we're trying to hinder their research parties. The truth they won't accept is that the king is long dead now. Speaking of that, Lyric, I've asked much of you already, but if you're interested, there is one more job I'd like to request of you. I'm listening. Traveling rumors are beginning to spread that the Crimson Rain is responsible for sabotaging the Ascending Room. As you already know, Hakon wasted no time in pointing their fingers at me. I want to put these rumors to the rest, once and for all. Maybe someone framed you, but what if it was just a malfunction? First of all, this is not about clearing my name. Tempting with the Ascending Room affects all of us. Keeping that lift functional is the key to our collective survival. Second, Dwarves' machinery does not simply malfunction, someone did this. And we need to ensure he is brought to justice. If the Guardians haven't been able to root out the perpetrator, how do you expect me to do so? Those simpletons don't have your moxie. Why don't you start with the Ascending Room guards and see what you dig up? Succeed and I'll make it worth your while. Oh well, it's gonna be fun. Okay, I forgot where the exit is. Up we go, we have a few more places to visit. There you go, finally. Okay, you don't have to save every time I walk past something stupid. I wish I could run here. Bowsick repaired the Ascending Room. We can visit the residential district now. Planning to take a ride in the Ascending Room today? Apologies, but we've had a bit of trouble in the need of repair. Let's see what he knows. You are standing guard. How is it possible that the Ascending Room could experience a malfunction like that? It's a mystery, even to me. Did you notice any suspicious activity on your shift? Not really. Well, come to think of it, there was a slight commotion here earlier in the day, but I took care of it quickly, so it could not happen again. What happened? A scavenging party was about to return from the surface sometime people came here to greet the arrivals. One lady arrived and flew off the handle. She started attacking another man who was waiting nearby. I restrained her, he looked shaken and limped off without a word. She was frustrated and left in the huff too. They were the only two there. Did you get a good look at the guy she was attacking? Just one of the guys, I'm afraid. You know the type, always hanging around and recruiting well and managing the surface runners. Any idea what they were fighting over? Who knows, maybe it was a lover's quarrel. Can't say I'm very eager to ride on such an unreliable machine. Unreliable? It's rather take my chances down here than get stuck somewhere mid-transit in the Ascending Room, wouldn't you? You clearly have not appreciation for the fine art of ancient dwarven engineering. Well, it's not exactly working properly right now, is it? Though no fault of the original engineers, the Ascending Room has been running just fine for centuries, and the dwarven tech is known for its fine craftsmanship. This stuff doesn't just break down, that's why it's so frustrating. You're sending someone tempered with it. There is no doubt in my mind. Vosing said as much too. Okay, so I can't actually talk to the other guard. Okay. Let's see if we can find anything of interest. I need something strong to get over this headache. I heard you had an encounter in the Ascending Hall, or up there. How did you know about that? Never mind, Derek is way too small. Hey, he's injured, but it seems like he might know something. So why were you at the Ascending Hall? It broke down, and Vosung was called to repair it. I don't know anything about that. What are you doing here then? I encountered many friends amongst the scavenging parties that travel above. I was just waiting there to welcome them back. It seems like a bit of a coincidence. The ascending room malfunctioned right after your alternation. Don't like what you're implying. This is the first I heard of it. Let me see that again. Hey, be careful. Looks like you took quite a hit, but you've huge lump. Ouch. And you got left with quite a shinner. You fancy yourself a Sylvani nurse? If I wanted treatment, I would have gone to the healing hall. I'm not a nurse, but I've had a few bumps and scraps on my own. Get something cold and apply pressure on it. You'll be fine. Sharp nails. Do you know the person who attacked you? No idea, I've never spoken to this woman in my life. She kept screaming that she was going to burst my head. It would seem she was a good with her word. She hit me in the back of her head while I was minding my own business. Before I knew it, I was already down and she was clawing at me. I remember her plain as day. She was one of those Chantry harlots. I saw her in the dwarves. Could you imagine? A dwarf. Looks like I have another suspect. Derek has prostitutes. Well, we met one at the bar, didn't we? Well, men have needs, you know. Yeah, and women don't. They work in the chantries. Some work at the Lost Lady Inn for clients that can afford it. It's a small town, though. They need to be discreet. Sounds like you've had enough problems for one day. Make sure you get some rest. Whatever. Okay, anyone new? We have a new blood mage. This one seems wounded, actually. Oh, that's gonna take some time. Quite a lot of reading. Okay. I mean, the prostitute was upstairs. Don't trip and bust your head. I may not be the only one tending a busted head today. What are you getting at? She looks drunk and disavowed. Let's see what I can get out of her. I heard you were with someone at the ascending room today, when the fight started. You heard about that, eh? Well, the best part of that is the dwarf. Dwarves are usually such racial pursuits. What a surprise. I know, right? The guy hated humans. But you know, that's how he gets his rock off. He likes to act tough, but he is a real softy deep down. Does he come up to the Lost Lady often? Nah, you know, he likes to stick with his own kind. He's always drinking near Agra Manor. Likes to keep a real low profile when we meet up, for obvious reasons. Why were you descending home? I found that filthy scram today. Give him a good what for. Who do you speak of? The man who assaulted my friend, of course. How did you manage to identify? Well, just between you and me, one of my regular clients saw the whole thing. He personally pointed the guy up for me. Hitting the bottle pretty hard today, are we? How are you holding up? Not well, but at least I got my licks in. Her, your sister, what happened? My friend got assaulted a few days ago, right in the stains. The low-life rascal who did it ran off before she could see his face too. I'm sorry to hear that. Is your friend okay? She's choked up, but fine. I just didn't think something like that could happen in Derek. Really? I mean, none of you people seem nice. Okay. She attacked the poor fool. Didn't know what was happening. I bet the knot on his head is the size of his fist. They're true simpletons, Erling. I can't imagine Harold or the Trump dressing about must have made quite a sight. Couldn't help but overhear our conversation. What's in it for you, Danny? This Shanti Harold, what do you know of her? I don't know anything about her, I just happened to see the fight. A fight you just happened to witness while passing the ascending room. Yeah, you know how those Shanti vanguards are. They'll fight each other over a scrap of bread if they are not inclined. Just lied. He looks quite nervous too. When I passed the bruised drifter by the recruiting board, I couldn't help but wonder what if it was the same fellow. And he gave a big black eye. One and the same. Damn right that's him. I watched the blighter take the beating with my own eyes. He scrubbed with the lady of the night no less. Oh, this human has sense of humor. What did I tell you last? The Adani Outlanders are not all that bad. You speak the truth, Erling. Why did you Eisenherr get struck with such parasites? Did you hear the ascending room is out of commission? Is that true, Erling? This is a disaster. Yeah, I heard. When did that happen again? It's fortunate for us that the old dwarves built sturdy machinery. It would probably take a dwarf to tamper with something so well designed. Ridiculous, it was definitely one of those troubled makers from the Crimson Reign that did it. They're always causing problems for us. Okay then. Wait, she was down, wasn't she? Down on the right. Or as we call it, southeast. Okay. There you go. Ah, Lerick, you're finally here. Oh, Mother saved me. She's the private detective you've been going about. Unlike you, she's got the moxie and find real criminals and clear my name. Don't you have something better to be doing right now, Lerick? I may know the identity of the person responsible for sabotaging the ascending room. Well, it was definitely the dwarf in my opinion. A dwarf named Erling, he resides near Agram's Manor. A dwarf? And do you have any evidence of this? First, unbroken to the guard, he was at the scene of the crime during the incident. Only the other two suspects knew he was there. Second, he lied about knowing one of the suspects, and his overall demeanor was quite suspicious. Well, you heard her. Arrest him. He was acting suspiciously. I mean, he could have been lying in front of his wife because he was seeing a prostitute. Of course I do. If I'm right, then he's put everyone in Derek at risk. We need to weigh the cost-benefit of our next responsible carefully. Coming down on the dwarves in this sensitive moment could be misinterpreted. Our link should be turned over to the Guardians by one of his own. Seriously? Patience, Hilda. If Lyric is right, he'll get what's coming to him. In the meantime, go speak with Hakon and have him tactfully get to the bottom of this mess. I mean, none of these people actually said anything of interest. Okay. I totally forgot where I needed to go. You know, there is a marker missing here. I know I have to speak with the dwarves. You wanted me to speak with Hakon, didn't you? May have discovered the identity of one of the responsible for sabotaging the ascending room. The expectation is killing me. Tell me, how did Hilda do it? Hilda had nothing to do with it. A dwarf named Erling did it. He resides here, near the manor. Are you sure you have the right person? He was at the scene before the room malfunctioned, but he was the one suspected, out of the guard's side. Celeste concluded as much too. Then I have no choice but to act. Dwarf or not, there are consequences for putting your people in danger. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'll handle this myself. Alright, I need to go down, not up. Is she supposed to be down here? I mean, I believe she's supposed to be in the barracks. This place seems incredibly familiar. Okay. I heard you were able to break through the frost fence leading to the entrance district. I may be hasty to judge you so soon, but I don't trust your Laurian just yet. The others may feel happy about your accomplishments, but we're still hanging by a thread down here. You've saved my life, Celeste. I'm going to earn my keep, one way or another. I'm a woman who focuses on results. I like that, still. Doesn't mean I trust you, though. I encountered mad raids on the surface. I now realize that you are all up against. An idea how to fight them. I don't have time to babysit you. Why don't you talk to Serge? She may have something to teach you. Okay, find King Argrim. Okay, Crimson Rain. The Ruins of War. Talk to Maru, find Yukai. Get ready. Choose the right criminal. Is that it? Okay then. Let's see if we can talk to these drifters. Again. Like I don't have enough trouble as it is. I assume he will be turned to Erling over to the Guardians to avoid any potential problems. By the Old Mother, if what you say is true, then you have done the Crimson Rain and myself a great service. Now that we can put this whole mess behind us, I do believe I promised you a decent reward. A Columbus set, I don't know what that is. I'm going to assume it's something I can put on. Thus far I'm quite disappointed with the costumes they've given me. Alrighty. Should I wear this? Yes! Yeah, she looks cool with that. Maybe if she didn't have the glasses. Whatever. I think I'm gonna go on one adventure with this, and then never see it again. However, this is gonna be left for the next episode, so I'm gonna end this one here, and thank you all for joining me. I hope I see you again for the next one. Goodbye.